student of music and guitar instructor with On the One Guitar Instruction. I offer a mobile guitar lesson service to the city of Whittier, California, and all the surrounding areas. Musical memories, definitely things that my brother blessed me with, I feel. But you know, the 90s hip-hop that was going on back then, DJ Quick's Safe and Sound album, X-Clan's To the East Blackwords, that's an album that I still remember very, you know, nice little bits of information from back then. The Roots, Do You Want More was a huge album for me at that time. So for myself, that's some of the early stuff that I can remember as, you know, a little kid. First time I picked up an instrument, I must have been 9 or 10, somewhere like in 5th grade, I'm not sure. But it was a cello, enormous cello that was bigger than myself. I used to carry that to school and it was part of the orchestra briefly. So that was like my first hands-on time with an instrument. After that, 6th grade of junior high, I was in band playing the trumpet. Too bad I didn't discover jazz at that time. But those are, when I first started, those first 2 instruments that I picked up. Well, I always had an interest in the guitar because I used to like listening to Jimi Hendrix. And I grew up with MTV, like back when they played music. So, you know, it was all 90s hair metal. Guns N' Roses was big at that time, so I liked Slash a lot. And I just always thought it'd be cool to be able to shred the way they do. Like, I just thought that was amazing that they could do that. So, early memories of guitar playing for me, or the want to play. Guitar players that caught my attention, you know, of course, Jimi Hendrix. That's a big one on everyone's list, I think. Slash was a big influence, and I think for him it was more the mystique, like the hat and the hair, and you can't really see who this guy is, but that was influential. What made me want to pick up the guitar was Mike Eisinger from Incubus, and that band was what kind of shifted me from like hip-hop culture, rap music, and kind of opened the door for rock music and getting into playing the guitar. The learning process for me was probably like a lot of other people, learning with power chords, so something like something like that, kind of simple, I guess. But as I started learning more about music theory and getting my knowledge was becoming more advanced, I started switching up my rhythms and, you know. So, you know, stuff like that, kind of get into like alternative rocks kind of stuff. I'm not very good with labels, but whatever. And then finally, as I left, I guess grew out of the whole rock thing and stopped playing with my band. I was kind of looking for something new, and I pretty much dove headfirst into funk, and that really kind of flipped everything around as far as my playing. You know, I think we're all familiar with stuff like Zapp and Roger. When I was a kid, you know, hearing that kind of stuff on the radio, Zapp and Roger, like. You know, like songs like that you hear on the radio, but when I got into funk, you know, I started digging deep, and my playing changed a lot for sure. More of a rhythmic style. You know, stuff like that. You know, I'm enjoying this part of my playing a lot right now. So my objective with On the One is pretty much to share my knowledge with people that are hungry, that want to better their skills as a musician. The first time I picked up a guitar, I looked at it like, oh, like what do I do with this thing? And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that feel like that. And you know, I can definitely help those people out and pursue their dreams as a guitar player or musician.